hop into this first match right here between UNC Greensboro and your SAGU Lions. Huge matchup for both of these teams. We have SAGU at 2-4. They need to get to 4 wins on the season, and they've got 2 weeks left. So this is a must-win to go to playoffs. For UNCG, they started off the year with 3 wins, looking good, and they have not been able to find another win. They are 3-3 now, and they need this win to get them to the playoffs. So 2 teams in clutch time, and in game number 1, and UNCG, they're going to draw first blood here as Light is going to get a great goal right here off the wall. Pass to the middle, not much you can do there on defense for SAGU, and here we go. UNC Greensboro coming out strong. Can SAGU respond? Most games this season, SAGU, they have not won the first game. These are a best of 7. SAGU's got to win at least 4 of these. But SAGU's lost a lot of game 1s, and they just tend to heat up and just rise to the occasion. So we'll see if that happens tonight. Now in Rocket League, you've got a rocket-powered car, which means your car can drive around, you can go left and right, you can brake, you can reverse, you can do a lot of things a normal car can do, except what you just saw right there. A car can use their rocket boost that they pick up on the field to fly around. You have a 5-minute clock, and it's soccer. Get the ball in the other team's net, and if it's tied after 5 minutes, well, you just go to overtime and first goal wins. It's called golden goal. Very simple. Now, a little bit different than soccer, in that there's no, you'll see no referees, there's no offsides. You can score from any part of the field. And Hood's going to go off the, what's called the backboard, that back wall, and almost punches that one in. UNCG, they're going to return the favor on the other side as this ball is just flying all around the field. Dangerous spot here for UNCG. SAGU not able to capitalize. This one's going to go towards net, and Kyle is going to get beat on just the craziest of plays right here. Watch this right here. Swedebro is going to go for the wall. He actually bounces it off the side of the wall and still gets a lot of velocity on it. And that is a tough one to save for SAGU. Again, must-win situation. Both teams need this win to either stay or advance to the playoffs. Nice shot there by Swedebro. He has come into this game on fire and giving SAGU all they can handle. So he's going to put this pass to the middle, and that's going to go in. And 2 minutes in, UNCG already with a 3-0 lead. SAGU not able to get anything going on offense. Now this game is a 5-minute game, so 2 minutes 50 seconds. That's 50 some. You're not even halfway through, and it's 3-0. SAGU is going to need to get a goal here to just swing the momentum back in their favor. Crazy Kyle, as you see, rotating to the back to get that in. Unfortunately, it's going to be a 4th goal, and we're still not halfway through game number 1. And he just makes a little bounce off the wall. Very difficult to defend. Made that look easy. And that was not easy at all. SAGU in the blue. UNC Greensboro in the orange. If you're familiar with college sports, especially here in March Madness, you've probably seen the Tar Heels of UNC, University of North Carolina. And that is UNC Chapel Hill. That's light blue, the famous blue worn by greats like Michael Jordan. This is not that school. This is UNC Greensboro, and they have their own athletic program that's not too shabby, and certainly not a shabby Rocket League team here, as they have put on a clinic to start week 7 here in the ECAC. Hoodrat's going to go put one in. That's not going to go, but Watto's going to be there to follow. And SAGU, just under 2 minutes remaining, they get their first goal. And Hood there was definitely shooting, but he was able to get UNCG out of position. Lets Watto go in for a fairly easy goal as far as they go here. Now in Rocket League, you can play online in a ranked competition where if you win a game, you get more points. and then you play other players that are at a similar rank or have similar amount of points. Watto's going to go for the double off the wall, not there. Hood's going to try to flick this in, and that's going to get blocked. Hood's going to probably try to pass this to the middle. There it goes. Crazy Kyle to the net, and that pushes it right there, the bottom left corner, and it's suddenly only a 2-goal game. This is very doable for the Lions as Crazy Kyle comes flying in, and that goal explosion is what you saw right there, that splash. Every player can equip their own, and it's just a fun way to kind of express yourself. Crazy Kyle goes by water guns, and so he has the kind of splash goal explosion. Crazy Kyle passing it to Watto. He's going to take this high off the backboard, but no one there to follow for the Lions of SAGU. Hood's got to do anything to keep that ball getting away from his net. He's going to keep it off of his Hood and makes a fake, and he's able to put it in. SAGU going on a scoring spree here, and don't look now, but this is only a 1-goal game. SAGU down by 4 goals, score 3 unanswered. It's kind of the way it's been for the UNCG season. If you're just joining us, they're 3-3, but they won their first 3 games. They have not won a game since. Not since February. They need a win here to advance to the playoffs. SAGU, they need a win here to advance as well. It's a must-win for both teams here at the end of the regular season of ECAC play. We were mentioning earlier the ranked system in Rocket League where you win games and you can move up. And there's a shot on goal right there by the Lions. And both of these teams, you're going to see players at what's called Grand Champion 1. What is that? We're going to show that in a second. But first, Watto is going to punch it in, and this game is tied. The Lions are able to score 4 goals in a matter of 90 seconds. Unbelievable play here, as SAGU has battled their way back. Against SAGU, they have not won a lot of game 1s. They tend to just heat up a little bit. But right now, they have clawed their way back in with all of the momentum. Here comes Crazy Kyle to the middle, maybe going to Hood, and that's gonna trickle right into the goal. Oh my goodness, so unfortunate right here. Kyle's gonna go and try to pass this, but a perfect read by Light on UNCG. And that is going to be goal number 5 for Greensboro. And here comes Watto. 5-5. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my goodness, off the wall, incredible angle. And these Spartans of UNCG, they're up against the wall. They cannot put the Lions away. They keep letting them back in. And this is good news if you're these Lions and Coach Wilkie. Hood's going to keep that one. That almost went into the goal. That's going to reverse. Watto tries to redirect. It's not going to be there. This clock will stop here once the ball touches the ground. It's still a live ball, and now it's going to finally touch the ground. 5-5 overtime. Mentioned it earlier. First goal wins. It's called golden goal. And we play as long as we have to. There is no time limit. Pivotal game 1 here to start a series where both teams are in a must-win situation. Sleepy's going to go up here, but get blocked. Here comes Swedebro. He played great to start this game, getting a couple of goals. See what he can do. Crazy Kyle now coming across off the backboard. Watto kind of hanging out on the left side again. He's going to push this back to the middle. Let's see if Hood's going to be there. Crazy Kyle's going to go. He's going to keep it on the ground. Oh, Sleepy missed the ball. This is a good opportunity for the Lions. Here comes Hood. He's going to poke it to the bottom right, but right where Light was. Close play. So maybe even a pinch right there. Crazy Kyle's got to catch it. Bad spot now, and that's going to go into the net, and UNCG is going to survive game number 1. Wow. What a way to start this one. Light had himself a game. look right here. 3 goals and 3 shots and 3 saves to go with it, getting it done on the offense and the defense. SAGU out shooting UNCG. You look at that right there. That's 12 shots to only UNCG's 8. So really close. Just not enough getting, just not finishing shots for the Lions. They're getting opportunities. Watto with the hat trick, but just not enough for the Lions. But nothing to worry here. It's just one game, best of 7. You got to win 4. And SAGU in good position still. This is how they play. They tend to heat up here as we head into game number 2. And expect them to do the same here as we get ready for game number 2. These arenas they play in, these fields, it is the same for all in the ECAC. In RLCS, which is the professional circuit of Rocket League, they will vary the field. So it gives you, maybe if you're not doing as well, you can go somewhere else. Here, everything is going to be in Champions Field. So we're going to get started here shortly in game number 2. And right here we have what's called a kickoff. It's kind of more like a little bit of a kickoff as in American football, but it's probably closer to more of a tip-off in basketball, where both teams kind of jump and go for the ball and get possession. But it's very important you play your kickoff right, as it gives you possession and control of the ball, which in a game like this, being able to have possession, controlling the ball is really everything. Crazy Cow's going to put one on the net, but that's going to go and hit the crossbar. Watto's hanging out on the wall thinking he can get it. Doesn't get the right touch he needs. That's up to Sleepy, but a really good defensive play right there by, I believe it was Crazy Kyle. Light's going to try to do something off the backboard. Hood's going to say no way, punt that back. And Hood's going to go back and clear it off the backboard yet again. Because right now SAGU, I think they're struggling to get some boost right here, as you're just going to see basically a punt to the other side of the field. Goes Watto. He's going to try to go for that, but not able to get anything. Here's a flick. Hood's going to be able to get a touch on it. That's going to keep it out of the net for now. And Crazy Kyle's going to go for it. That's still up in a dangerous position for the Lions. Unlike last game, though, no goals scored by this point. Last game, I believe we had 3. Huge save right there by Crazy Kyle. He gets it upfield. Swedebro have a straight shot on net, but Watto able to save it. So far, this UNCG offense just not letting SAGU get into any kind of rhythm, but so far the defense has held up for the Lions. Now in Rocket League there is no pit lane. The cars, as I start that, Light's going to go and punch one in here to put the Spartans up 1-0. Great control right there, wins that 50 right there. It's called a 50-50. Both players go for it, not sure where the ball's going to go. Generally, one player wins 50% of the time, hence the 50-50. Right there, Crazy Kyle lost that 50. It's still early in this one. It's again, this Spartan offense just relentless. As they look to be pretty frustrated by that 3-game losing streak. Looks like they worked on a few things, and they're coming in ready to get a win here tonight. Hood's going to fake. I think he just picked up some boost right there, which in this game, again, there's no pit stops. You can drive around. You have your gas tank is always full. You can always drive around, but you need that boost to fly and get in the air like you're seeing these cars do. And you pick up that rocket fuel, that boost, at a couple places on the field. You'll see they're illuminated yellow, and that is really important to the strategy of the game. Is you not only want boost for yourself, you also want to keep boost away from the other team, because that keeps them from being able to get in the air and kind of weakens their chance at an attack. As Hood's going to get a touch on it, but it goes the wrong way. Crazy Kyle's going to spin around. Watto's going to try to just win a 50. As here comes Light. He's going to punch this in on the bottom right, but Hood was there, read it all the way. Still a dangerous ball. Watto's going to push it to the middle of the field. Hood goes for a redirect. And these opportunities for SAGU, they're having to move very quickly from the back part of the field, because this offense of the Spartans is just a lot to handle. Speaking of, here comes Watto's going to do a back pass right there. A little bit dangerous. Light's going to get a shot on the goal. That's going to pop down, and I believe that was just a double tap by SAGU. Yeah, Light's going to hit it right here. It's going to go up. Crazy Kyle's going to go to block it, but he's in the complete wrong spot and puts it in. Oh, Crazy Kyle would love to have that back. You can see him shaking his head saying, no way, that just happened. Very rare. Own goals happen in Rocket League. They just tend not to happen quite like that. So here comes Sleepy going in for a touch. A pretty good one, but easy enough to collect away for Watto. Watto with and the second time we're seeing a missed touch by the Lions that almost resulted in a goal right there. Lions are out of position here, double commit, and it almost works out for them. If that's on net, that's a goal. Because no one's back on net right now, and it's just not a great positioning right now for the Lions. They really need to find a rhythm here. Under 60 seconds left. They need to score sooner than later. Sleepy's going to punt this away to the midfield. Light's going to go get a shot on net, but Hood is back there. Nothing to be concerned about just yet, but so far, this ball is all in control of UNCG. Here comes Watto getting a nice little flick and a demo right there. Watto was at full speed, and if you're full speed and you hit another vehicle, that causes them to be deleted off of the field for 3 seconds. And that's kind of what SAGU needs to do here. They need to get a little more physical. Kind of push their players around a little bit. This time is starting to wind down here in game number 2. Lions really need to find something. Crazy Cow coming flying down the middle. They missed that opportunity, and that might end up doing it here. Because Light's going to get just the punt away, I guess, to the other side of the field. And game number 2 not turning out the way the Lions wanted. It's an impressive performance by UNCG. We talked about their offense. This is why that offense is important. 0 shots on goal from SAGU. You're just not going to score if you're not getting shots on goal. It's pretty straightforward. Now, the one thing is this is SAGU. They're based in Texas. UNC, University of North Carolina. They're out in North Carolina on the East Coast. And you can see those ping times on the right. That's favoring the Spartans right now by a little bit. That's not enough to cause anything major, but that is one key note is, man, 8 shots on goal to 0. Unbelievable. Unreal. Light playing great tonight. 2 goals. No saves this time, but he didn't have to. They just, like they say, sometimes the best defense is a good offense, and the Spartans are proving that right now. So what do you do if you're SAGU? Well, talked about the end of game 2. They need to start getting some demos. They need to, again, take that car full speed into UNCG, and they just need to take them off the pitch, get them out of rotation, get them uncomfortable. Right now, UNCG, 8 goals in 2 games. That's 4 goals per game. That's a very good average at this level. At this level, what does that mean? Well, again, we're talking about the ranking system. These players are essentially what's called Grand Champion, which represents the top approximately 2% of players in the game across in the entire world. And Swedebro showing you that right there. So he's going to get a nice touch right there. That's a tricky hop off the wall. Watto just could not read it. This field doesn't really have corners. They have these angled walls in the corner, so there's no corner to really get stuck in. As we're going to see a kickoff goal right here by Hood, and that's going to get the Lions the equalizer. Look at this speed flip right here. Maybe some miscommunication by UNCG, but either way, Lions will take it right now. The offense has decided to show up here in game 3. Only 2 goals last game, the entirety of the game. We have 2 here in the first 14 seconds. That's just how this game goes. You never know what's going to happen. A lead can shift at any moment. As we saw a demo right there, it's going to give Watto a chance. Should be an easy save for Swedebro, and it is. Here comes Light. He's going to put one on net. No one back for the Lions, and that's going to be another just easy goal. Watto, he's on offense right there, and Hood, I believe, yeah, he's on the right side of the screen. You saw him there momentarily. and that's just not going to do it for the Lions. But still early. We've seen 3 goals scored in not even 40 seconds, so just buckle up. This could be another high-scoring game like game number 1. Sleepy's going to take just a soft little touch there, try to get the ball in a better position. Watto's going to miss, but no worries. Here comes Swedebro, always dangerous. He puts that one just across the net along the crossbar. As you can see, SAGU really struggling when they get touches. They're just not getting the ball where they need to. As Hood's going to make a huge save right there. Oh, and there's some of that physicality we're talking about. Here's an opportunity. Watto to the middle. He loses some possession, and against this team, UNCG, touches have to be clean. You just cannot mess up. Opportunity potentially here for the Lions. Hood's going to get a little touch over the net. Watto just a little bit too far on the far side. Hood got a decent touch, but by the time it came back down in front of the net, it had already crossed over. Hood's going to go for a 50 here. It's going to go out. Crazy Kyle's going to miss it. We talked about you just can't miss these touches against UNCG. Watto's also going to miss a touch. We're seeing it's getting a little bit sloppy from both teams. You'll see they should kind of get back together here in a second. Hood's going to get a touch. Crazy Kyle has to get this, and he does. Spartans would have liked that one back. That was a very good opportunity to go up 2 goals right there. As it stands, we're not even halfway through this one, and it's a very close game. Hood's going to opt to go for the boost, which is going to fill up his tank to 100%. Sleepy going up. He's going to miss it, but luckily for him, his teammate was backing him up. Crazy Kyle's going to just slow the ball down here in the middle of the field, but needs stronger touches. Light up in the air. It's going to come down to Hood. I think Watto called him off. Watto wants to go to the wall, maybe the ceiling here. That's going to decent opportunity, but Swede, who else there to just sweep the ball away, keep things safe for the Spartans. As Sleepy's going to take a shot on goal. Light's going to take a shot towards the wall, and here come the Spartans on offense. Swede trying to do a back pass that Watto's able to capitalize on, and we have ourselves a tie ball game. Swede right here, he tries to get a touch, doesn't quite get it. Watto makes them pay. All 3 players for UNCG, even on that goal, they're making touches, they're in position. SAGU's got their hands full against this Spartan team, and I can't stress enough the importance for SAGU to find a win here. You do not want to be down 3-0 and have to win every single game to keep their playoff hopes alive, as Watto goes for the dunk on all 3 players for UNCG. Crazy Kyle going to go off the backboard. Here comes Watto again. Down to Crazy Kyle. That's in front of the net. And Watto's going to take a touch here. Here comes Hood. I was expecting Hood to come in a little bit earlier, but something else must have been happening. Crazy Kyle's going to just keep it safely in the corner. Good 50 there by Light. Watto should be able to get a touch on this, push it upfield. Instead, it's going to be Crazy Kyle going for it, and man, the midfield has been dominated by UNC Greensboro. They have done a great job. Tough play here for Sleepy. Hood leaves this to Crazy Kyle. It's going to go up and down, and a demo there by Crazy Kyle, but SAGU not able to capitalize. It's going to go up the wall. Watto going to just push the ball towards the net. Hopefully just create an awkward situation. Watto got demoed, so he's going to respawn or reappear back on the field on the defensive side, which is not a bad thing necessarily for the Lions. Sleepy's going to come down the middle if Light can get the pass to him. He cannot. Hood wins the 50. 20 seconds remaining. Each team with 2 goals apiece. Both teams need this win to make it to the playoffs. Here comes Hood. He's out of boost though, but he had a decent position right there for a goal. Crazy Kyle going to pass to the middle, but is a little too far to get to Hood. Hood's going to keep this off the ground. 0 on the clock, so SAGU's got to score. He can't let it touch the ground, and that's going to end up falling. It was a very close play, but SAGU closing in on potentially their first win this series as Hood is going to keep that kickoff goal away. That almost was a disaster for the Lions. Comes Watto. He's going to get a touch, not the one he wanted. Hood's going to have to follow up, but he's out of boost. So even though the ball is on the offensive side of the field, SAGU struggling to just have boost and be in the right position at the same time. They tend to have one or the other. And with the way UNCG has controlled the midfield, here comes Watto. Now he got a touch on the midfield, and that's going to set up the Lions perfectly. But, oh no, this should be a goal for UNC Greensboro, and it is, as SAGU triple committed. Absolute disaster right here as Swedebro, he's not going to get an easier goal tonight, as that's going to be a third consecutive win for UNCG. Unbelievable. That was absolutely not what the Lions wanted. As we take a look at some post-game stats here. Swedebro, 4 shots, 2 goals to lead the Spartans. Light played a great game, a couple of saves, a couple shots, just kind of an all-around player for them. For the Lions, again, so many shots on goal. You see the total there on the right side. For them, they have 7, 6 for UNCG, but in overtime, another win for the Spartans. It's just how it is right now, and you know, for the Lions, they're going to have to do something here to do what's called a reverse sweep. They're going to need to win the next 4. Now we're talking about the rankings. In Rocket League, when you play ranked, here are the various rankings. So you start off in bronze, and you work your way up to silver and gold, and you have to play online, and you have to just continually improve your game, passing, shooting, etc. And the average player is about platinum. So they've played, they played the game for a little bit, gold to plat, and potentially diamond. Champion, you've got to be playing for a while, maybe 1,000 hours. Grand Champion, probably 2,000 or more. In ECAC, they have 2 divisions, and we're watching Division A here, which is that champion and higher. But you can see here, that's the 90 teams. This is the best of the best. And that's just where SAGU is. They are playing against the best. And when you play the best, you got to be the best to hang in there. And so far for the Lions, they have just struggled. They've been so close. They've been able to take games, game 6, 7. They've unfortunately been in game 7 too many times and lost those games. And so far that has hurt them. As game number 4. Hopefully the Lions have recollected and they've got a little strategy here for how to get back in this one. Hood's going to send this one to the middle to Crazy Kyle, and that's what you want if you're the Lions. It's just off by a little bit, off the crossbar, and that's just the story for the Lions this year. They are able to get into crazy positions, and you think, oh, that ball is going in, and Kyle getting 2 shots on goal, and none of them get in, and then the other team gets some kind of slow roller. It's a 50 right there. Hood's going to take that, just kind of catch that. Watto out of boost as well. He's going to get demoed, which means he will now respawn on the back side of the field. Here comes Hood. He's going to take this one off the sidewall, beats the Spartans, but then can't get that touch, and back to the other side of the field we go. It's just a game of ping pong right now. The middle is just very difficult to own right now in this game. Watto's going to get one on net. Light's going to get a tap. He got a double tap off the wall. Hood's going to go up, and couldn't tell if he missed it or it got deflected, but either way, he's out of boost. He's going to rotate back. Kyle's going to get a touch on it, and that's going to go in. And the Lions, finally, they're able to strike first. It's 1-0. Not the cleanest of shots. In this game, that's typically considered like almost desperation, but he caught them out of position. He was able to just get something on the net, and against a team that's not giving up much on defense, you got to take your chances when they show up. It's a very difficult bounce for UNCG. Good opportunity for the Lions, but no one was up. So Hood's going to just catch this in the front of his car, and Here we are back at the midfield, where again SAGU struggled to maintain possession. Here comes Swedebro. Looks like he's gonna run out of boost. Sleepy on the side while he's waiting for this. He's gonna poke this to the middle, and Hood is just gonna keep that going across the net. For anyone who's played soccer, you know you're never supposed to let that ball, you're never supposed to pass it in front of the net. But what's different about Rocket League is, even though it is soccer, you can kind of pass in front of the net if you're high enough, because your cars, your players, if you will, they can get up there. Here comes Hood down the middle, but Sleepy was just sitting in goal waiting for it. Here comes Crazy Kyle, and this is good news for the Lions. They need to keep that offensive possession up, and as long as they can keep the ball on the offensive side, it's hopefully going to keep Greensboro and those Spartans having to play some defense. Sleepy up ahead. Was hoping to find a little alley to poke that through, as Hood's going to have a chance here for a play. He's going to pass it to, I think, Kyle. Kyle's just going to flip to try to keep that from heading in the bad spot. Hood clearing to the corner. Comes Sleepy off the back wall. Nice touch, and no one there for the Lions, but Crazy Kyle comes flying in. Oh, what a play. Crazy Kyle again. He's going to get another shot on goal, but SAGU, they've not struggled to get shots on goal. They've just struggled to make them count. See what happens here is Hood's going to clear this to the corner. Unfortunately, Swedebro was waiting. Watto's got to go up for this. Able to get the save. Still a bad position for the Lions, and this is not looking good, but somehow Hood is able to keep the Spartans scoreless. Here come that Spartan offense. They are relentless. SAGU finally able to clear it, but looks like they're going to lose possession. So here comes Sleepy. Watto just clearing to the corner, hoping to take some time for his guys to get back. Watto's going to hold net as Hood's going to go up for it. Not able to get it, but 30 seconds left. SAGU's got to hold. Greensboro scoreless. Comes Sleepy down the middle. Watto comes in to block that. Hood's going to get a demo, and a good one. That's going to prove to be critical right there, as that's likely a goal for Greensboro if they have a third man there. Hood's got to do everything he can to keep this out of the way. Crazy Kyle has to make his own save. And again, that ball, as soon as it touches the ground, that is the game. Well, you only need one goal to win, technically, and SAGU's apparently taking that to heart. 1-0. How about Hood Rat? 7 saves. Give him the MVP on that one. That is amazing. 7 saves that's almost career high type stuff. In fact, it probably is his career high in ECAC. But still, look at that offense from UNCG. 13 shots on goal. None made it in. SAGU defense holding strong. We'll take a quick look here at that goal. Crazy Kyle just flipping in, and that is all it's going to take. He's off the wall here. He sees the ball and just decides, if I can flip and just get a touch. That's what SAGU's going to have to do to get back in this game. They're just going to have to capitalize on small opportunities and just make sure they are not missing, because at the moment, these Spartans are locked in. First time SAGU's been able to shut them out. Here's Hood with a shot on goal early, and apparently that's going to be the formula. Just get as many shots and just keep the offense up. That is certainly the game plan from UNCG. Use the offense as your defense. Kyle's going to go for a quick shot. Hood's going to turn around. Light is there. He's been playing great tonight. Crazy Kyle's going to miss that flip. Swede's going to get a nice flick to the middle, but it's not going to be good enough. Hood and Crazy Kyle each with saves, and Here we go again. More saves for the Lions. Swede getting a little pass to the middle. Hood didn't get the touch he wanted, but it's going to have the result he wanted. Crazy Kyle down the side. And at midfield, you've got to really plan this if you want to have possession past midfield. UNCG, they are relentless on defense. And Crazy Kyle's going to get a touch and see how the Lions do. He's able to get it past, but right about here, right outside of the box, it's marked on the field. Kind of like a real soccer, there's a little box, and by the time SAGU, they get the ball there, there's no one there to receive it. So while the ball is getting there, there's just nothing that can be done. Here's Crazy Kyle. You can see it's a circular box, it's a semicircle in this field. Crazy Kyle going to punt this up, but there's he's able to get all the way downfield and get a shot on goal. Would have liked to see a better look there. Hood's going to get one, and that's going to be a goal, and SAGU's going to draw first blood once again at like the 3:10 mark. 1-0, the Lions lead. Hood with a great flip right there. You can flip in the air once, unless you can somehow get your wheels either on the ball, the ceiling, the floor, and he saved that flip and was able to use that to his advantage and put SAGU up 1-0. Remember, best of 7. SAGU's down 3-1. They need to win every game from here on out, not just to win the game, but to qualify for playoffs. This is bigger than just game number 5 for them. But I will say, if they are able to hold on and get a win here in game 5, they've won 2 in a row, and now the momentum's on their side heading into game 6. And if you win game 6 on a 3-game winning streak, it is very hard to stop you. It's the momentum. There's too much momentum there. Watto's going to take this up to the ceiling, push that to the middle, but no one's following. He's able to get one more touch. Swedebro's going to lose possession, but Kyle not able to clean it up. Hood's going to have to retreat here. And Hood's going to fight to get that over the midfield. If that's on net, that's a goal. It is not, and oh, what a save by the Spartans. Crazy Kyle goes to just get the ball floating in front of the net. Here comes Sleepy down the middle. Hood's going to go for it, and luckily for him, that went wide right. And that's going to be a goal for UNCG. Swedebro, just look at this right here. He's going to push it off that corner, and it's going to end up just being an own goal for Watto. Not much he could have done there. He's just doing anything to get the ball to bounce off the corner, because that was 100% heading in. So it'll go down as an own goal, but not really his fault, as a miss by both, I believe, Crazy Kyle and, wow, both teams missing the ball there. And somehow this is still a tie game at 1 apiece, as that's going to get flicked by Swedebro, and it's 2-1. Light making a great pass right there, and not much Hood can do. It's a 2v1. He's basically got to pick one he can block, and fortunately for him, the teamwork of the Spartans is just too much to overcome. Crazy Kyle going to get this, and that's going to go off the posts again. No one gets more almost goals off the post than this SAGU Lions team. They all year long, that's one of the reasons they've been in so many game 6s and game 7s, is they're able to compete, but they're just basically a few pixels off from being almost undefeated, really. Could very easily be 5-1 right now. As it is, they're 2-4, and they're going to have to find a goal here in the next 45 seconds to keep this season alive. As UNC Greensboro, they look like they are on their way to ECAC playoffs, as Sleepy is going to put in a third goal for them, I'm sorry. 2-goal lead. It's Crazy Kyle, a little bit too strong off the back wall. That's just going to roll ahead. We have 37 seconds here. And that's going to be an empty net for the Lions. They were getting aggressive, trying to make something happen. And look at this kickoff right here. Sleepy just off the back, just off the sidewall. Swedebro was already picked up his boost. He's there. He's just waiting for it. And unless SAGU can get 3 goals in 32 seconds, this is likely the end of their playoff chances. They'll still play next week, week number 8. They'll play Stockton Rocket League Blue, which at the moment is undefeated. You know, we talk about SAGU's season. We talked about it on the last broadcast. Every game they've played this year was, until last week, was against not just a winning team, but an undefeated team. And just the way the season's gone, they've played some of the best players in the game. As Crazy Kyle's going to get a great shot on there, but this was just not their game. This was not their series. And unfortunately, that's going to do it for the Lions here as we take a look at some of the final stats. Yeah, well, 3 shots for Hood. He gets the only goal. 4 for Crazy Kyle. And that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast as the Lions played about as they played well, but those Spartans of UNC Greensboro, they are good. They showed that they are a playoff team as they are officially headed to the ECAC playoffs. For the Lions, again, not the game they wanted, obviously, but you know, this is just the way the season's gone. Not much they can do at this point other than put it back together and just go in it next week, and hopefully they'll be able to find their way to some just a win just to help, you know, end this season on a high note and hopefully take some momentum into next season. Rocket League plays in the spring and the fall, so it's not like they have to wait till next spring like a traditional sport. But at any rate, that is going to be the end of the night for the Lions. All right, so SAGU Sports Network. We're broadcasting SAGU Esports next week's Week 8 of the ECAC. We'll have Super Smash Brothers on Monday, the undefeated Smash Brothers team at SAGU. Followed Tuesday by the Valorant team. And then Wednesday, we'll see this team again against Stockton Rocket League Blue. And then Call of Duty on Friday. So that's all coming up next week. Thank you so much for watching tonight's broadcast, and we'll see you next time.